everybody, and welcome to yet another riveting edition of One More with Danny Coleman. I'm Danny Coleman, and I'm coming to you live from Monmouth Music right here in the heart of Red Bank, located at 30 Monmouth Street, Red Bank, New Jersey. I want to thank Mario for allowing us to come in here every week and set up shop. Right, Nash?
Right.
There you go. Right, Tom?
Right.
Perfect. See, I got the best crew around, man.
Yeah,
They're the best crew around. So, we're also sponsored this evening by Antoinette Boulangerie. As you can see, they've once again provided us with this phenomenal array of pastries and Danish and croissant and coffee, and they're located at 32 Monmouth Street, right here in the heart of Red Bank, New Jersey. And by the pregame meal providers, the official pizza palace of One More with Danny Coleman, and that would be Mr. Pizza Slice. And I have to see, Nash, that somebody snuck the ad copy underneath that one. So they are located, where are they located? Also on Monmouth Street, right here in Red Bank. So you can't miss them. Where are they, Nash? Tell me.
They're like 2 stores down.
So everything's right here on the same block. So you can come here to Mario, buy a musical instrument, then you can go get dinner and dessert.
Right.
That's beautiful. See? Yeah. One-stop shopping here on One More with Danny Coleman. By the way, if there's anything you wish to see or think you would like to see on this program, please email me at dcoleman.drice@gmail.com. That's dcoleman.drice, D-R-I-C-E, @gmail.com, or at driceproductions.com. or driceproductions@gmail.com. And we'll see what we can do about getting that on for you here on One More with Danny Coleman. But my guests this evening, they come in two versions, Lil and Big. Oh, that's terrible, huh? We have 9-year-old bass guitar prodigy Lil Asmar. Yeah. And his father, driver, limo guy. His father, are you his dadinger too?
Yeah, I'm his dadinger.
All right. So we have his father, Big Asmar. Hey. Both bass players. I have to confess, this is not a new thing to me because both of these fine gentlemen were on my radio program several weeks ago, Rock On Radio, and I got to see this firsthand. Matter of fact, last night, I took like the last 5 minutes of the program and discussed tonight's show here on the Carousel Arts Network. One More with Danny Coleman, because he was coming on. Because when we did the radio, nobody could see you. They could only hear you. I wanted people to see. I wanted people to see you perform. So you've been playing bass guitar for only 2 to 3 years, right?
Yes.
And you started out, why?
Because of my dad.
See? It's your fault. Because of you.
I created a monster.
You created a savant, I think, is what you created. And how many different television shows have you already been on?
Just gotta fix.
Well, what's the matter?
Just gotta fix one thing.
Oh, there you go. Now we'll be able to hear him better.
Oh, okay.
How many different television shows have you been on? Let me hear your resume.
Like how much?
Yeah, like who you've been on, what, News 12 New Jersey?
Yes.
Where else?
Here right now.
Here right now. I like that, see? One More with Danny Coleman. Harry Connick Jr.?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Okay, where else?
Your other one, the Rock On Radio.
Rock On Radio. I like this guy, man. Doing my shameless self-promotion. What other major networks?
Fox, Chasing News, UPN 9, quite a few shows, quite a few, with a big lineup too, that's going from now all the way up until next year. Different things going on.
I know you were telling me several weeks ago how your schedule's filling up, my man. When's the last day of school?
Friday.
There it is. And what's that note called?
C.
See, you didn't even know what I just pointed. You remember that. See, you've also performed with Stevie Wonder's band, right?
Yep.
Was that a sound check or a...
It was a show in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
And Nate Watts' nephew, Kern Brandley, he's actually Lady Gaga's bass player.
Okay.
And he asked me if Lil Asmar knew any Stevie Wonder songs, and I said yes. Before I knew it, he grabbed my son and he was on stage with Stevie Wonder's entire band.
That was cool.
Yep.
Do you realize the volume of something like that? Or is it just another day to you?
Just another day.
Just another day. I would have been shaken. Why? But Stevie wasn't there, right?
No, he was.
He was en route.
Yeah, he was en route. He was en route.
Okay.
The band was there.
Have you ever met Stevie Wonder?
No.
What's wrong with that guy? Doesn't he know who you are? He probably does, but that's probably he's shying away from you. I think. What do you think? You get that kind of razz from like the kids at school? They kind of shy away from you, or they treat you just like anybody else?
Like normal.
Like normal?
Yeah.
And what's normal?
Like they don't. Well, they like that I play and stuff.
Mhm.
Like I played at my school before.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. That you've in the school talent show or the end of the year show.
Yes.
And how'd that go?
Awesome.
What'd you play? Awesome. I love it.
I played some originals, and I play violin too. I play violin.
That's right. I forgot. You play violin too. Now, do you play guitar as well, or no?
No.
Just bass guitar.
Yes.
Okay, and a violin. And you started on
And the
violin.
drums and the keyboard.
Drums and the keyboard. Mario, you catching this out there? We got a band here.
A one-man band.
Yeah, one man. That's all right.
Actually, I'm thinking about doing something one day, real soon, because he have a looper, and you can hold up to 2 different beats in it for as long as you need. And I just was thinking, like, I'm gonna have him do a bass line, let it play, grab his violin, chop it up, let that play, and then jump on the drums and do something. But it'll all be him.
The man,
Yeah,
Lil Asmar.
yeah.
Nash, remember when I played violin on this program?
Yes, I do.
How'd that? Yes, Tom remembers well. How'd that go over?
It was a classic.
It's a classic, all right. Asmar. I was terrible, man. Terrible. Terrible. We had a violinist on here who plays with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Or no, the Wizards of Winter. Right? Yeah, Jen was the Wizards of Winter. And she tours with them, and she was on here. And she's great. She said, I'm going to teach you how to play. She gave me the violin, and I'm like, it sounded like a cat on the back fence, you know. But hey, I tried. Did you try and get frustrated when you first started playing, or no?
It's like the same thing as the bass. It's just the strings are backwards. So
That's true, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
The low strings at the bottom,
Yes.
right? And the higher strings are at the top. There's only there's 4, just like the bass.
Yeah.
Did your dad let you play in that letting you play that 5 and 6 string bass yet?
I tried a 5. It's got to get used to because it's like an extra string. So it's okay. I like it
All
though.
right, good. He likes it. You were a little hesitant to let him do that.
Yeah. I'm old school. You know, I'm a 4-string bass player,
Right.
but he actually's been harassing me saying, "Dad, I want a 5 and a 6-string bass." When we was in Detroit, he did play a 5, and then they did put him on a 6, and he played it too. It's just too much for me. The neck is just so
Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have big hands.
I like to move around on the bass.
Nice. Well, you guys are you've come to me for a second time because of our good friend Bob Macon. Bob Macon is celebrating his 30th anniversary concert of Macon Waves. And,
Yes.
did you guys play that show yet? Or is
No,
that
not
coming
yet.
up?
It's coming up. It's coming up.
And that's when?
The 21st.
July 21st
Yes,
at
July
at
21st.
the in Asbury, right?
Yes.
At, no, it's not American Spirits, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, American Spirits
Yes.
Roadhouse. Excuse me. So you're going to be the opener, right? You're going to kick off the whole thing, I think, right? For Bob Macon.
Yes.
Okay. What do we have there, actually? Speaking of writing and print and columns.
Actually, the latest issue of
Bass Player magazine.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's his name at the bottom, but they gave him a full centerfold and a story, on him and where he's at concerning the bass and,
Right.
everything he's done, people he's played with. And actually this morning, when we woke up, who did I say you had a message from?
This morning,
Yeah.
I think Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Send him messages all the time. If I picked up my phone and showed you, if I sent something to Ron, he responds right back all the time.
Really?
His birthday came. He sent us a message, tell Lil A happy birthday. He follows him all the time, and we get about 2-3 messages a week from him.
Talking about
Encouragement and everything with him, and he's
Bumblefoot?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
He's on the road doing some things, but as soon as he comes, he said he want to get with him and do some things with him too. So he's an all right guy. And I want to say Bob too. Bob Macon, all right guy. Thumbs up.
Oh, yeah. That's how you guys. I'm glad. Thank you, Bob, for
Yes.
sending me this,
Yes.
because shortly we're going to let him play a little bit, and you'll be able to see what you only heard on my radio program if you're tuning into both. When you get messages from people like Bumblefoot, what kind of music do you like?
Originals.
Okay, you like to write your own original music. That we know. And by the way, he's written some. They're fantastic. You're going to play some of them for us tonight, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. But what do you listen to other than your music?
Like people. Like
Yeah, who do you like to listen to? Who's your favorite band?
a band.
What gets you singing in the back seat while your father's driving? Or the front seat?
I don't really sing like that.
No, you don't sing?
No.
Not like that, anyway.
I told him stick to the bass. He tries to sing. I just tell him stick to the bass.
Stick to the bass?
Yeah.
So who do you like to listen to?
I like to listen to Victor Wooten.
Oh, okay. Victor Wooten. Any kind of pop music or
Yes.
so? Okay, who?
Like music that I like hip hop and stuff.
Yeah. Who's your favorite hip hop artist?
That's a hard question. I'm gonna say. I don't know.
I stumped him.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite hip hop artist? What are you listening to around the house that may have influenced him?
Old school.
Old school.
Yeah, I'm old school. The stuff today, I'm old school. Where when music was music, you felt it. And I think that's one of the reasons why he get a lot of light, because he plays a lot of old school music. A lot of people say, what do he know about that? And he got a soulful feeling for it. Bass players, I'm Marcus Miller, Louis Johnson, Bootsy Collins, and I introduced them same people to him, as far as their music.
Right. Yeah. What do you think of your dad's music?
Great.
You like it? I like to hear that. Every now and then I'll get a screenshot from my son, who's going to be 25. I get a screenshot of some classic rock tune, and just to let me know, he's like, "Dad, look what I'm listening to."
Yeah.
I thought I'd lost him for a while. He was listening to all that techno stuff.
Yeah.
But every now and then he comes back to me, and it's like, "Son, yes." He's listening to Rush, or he's listening to some classic rock.
I heard a song the other night, and I screamed to him when he's in his room, like, "Come here." We didn't work on it yet, but I told him, I want you to learn this. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. I love that song. Love it. That's the hottest bass line. It was. Yes. I loved that growing up.
Nice.
Loved it.
Well, it's got a drive to it. You like those songs that have a drive where you can push it? Or would you rather just kind of lay back and play in between the notes? Because I'll tell you what, I had a bass player on my show last night, on my radio show with the band that was on. Guy's name is, it turns out I did a gig with him a few years ago. There it is, music making the world small again.
Yeah.
His name was Luke Kessel. and he was doing this original tune by Carl. The guy his name was Carl Diedel, and he's going to be on the same bill with you guys, July 21st.
Yeah.
And he was doing this original tune, and then all of a sudden I heard the bass line. He was playing all these in between notes, but he wasn't overfilling. It was just he was hitting these tasty little riffs, and it was like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, and he
Yeah.
didn't do it all the time. He just put them in here and there, and it made them stand out even more.
Yeah.
So, but now, when you play, is that the style you prefer to play in? When you're playing with a group, or you're jamming with your dad, or you're home creating your originals? I mean, your originals are... Look at that smile.
He got a new one.
He does. Since
Yes.
the last time I saw you, came out another one? Another newer? Nice. Are we going to be playing that tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Now, one of the favorite parts from my radio show, when you guys were there, was when you played. He was like, "Let's see what you got, Dad," and he played his bass. Which,
Yeah.
wait till you guys see this at home, right? Tom, look how small that bass is. Oh, we gotta get a shot of it. Or is it too dark? Oh, we can't see. We'll see that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But the when you grabbed that bass, I mean, you know, it looked like a toy in your hands.
Yeah.
But you played that tune.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Like 30 seconds of music?
Yeah.
And then you handed it back to him, and he played it back note for note. And you're like, I just made that up. So, do you find that's easy when you hear something to recreate it?
Yes.
Yeah. And how do you go about doing that, or what makes you want to do that?
Well, my dad, like, I have to, like, hear it, like, whatever song I have to hear first, like, whatever that bass line is, I have to hear it, and then I can, like, catch it.
And just bring it in.
Yes.
Very nice. See?
Sometimes it's aggravating though. Yeah, sometimes I'll show him a bass riff and I think it's nice and hot. Nice. Show him. 2 minutes later he done changed it around. He stays in the pocket with it, but he done added all this extra stuff. But it sounds good. I just look at him like, sit down somewhere. Leave my song.
That was my song.
Yeah, he done took it, made it his. And then he'll make it to the point that his timing is unbelievable. I'm not gonna lie. I joke around with him a lot, but his timing is unbelievable. When we go at it home, you know, we have our little battles home. I literally,
beat you one.
huh?
I beat you one.
You beat me one? Okay.
I remember the time you said
Just one?
you win. Yep.
He makes my wrist hurt.
Really?
Like he makes me go. Like it's no playing around. Like
Well, now you come from the old school
yeah,
thumb slap.
yeah. That's how I learned how to play. That's how I taught him.
All right. So how did you learn how to play?
My cousin, his name is Larry Sutton,
Okay.
and I used to go to church and sit in the front just to watch him. And I would come home, and we're from the old school. You remember the old school brooms? You know, I used to grab the broom and act like it was the bass and just mess around. And one day he just started showing me. Actually, he only showed me 3 songs, but I took those 3 songs and ran with it, and I gave it to my son.
And you picked it up just by watching Dad, right? You were inspired by Dad?
Yes.
Okay. See, that's not a bad thing.
Nah, not at all.
Not a bad thing. No. But I'm going to talk right now about these pastries.
Okay.
Okay? Antoinette Boulangerie specializes in creating delicate and sophisticated works of art using only the highest quality ingredients. Located at 32 Monmouth Street, right here in the heart of downtown Red Bank, New Jersey, they're a fully operational bakery with all of the baking done on premises daily. In addition to the handmade variety of croissants in Danish, Antoinette's offers a dizzying array of traditional French pastries, macaroons, cookies, and savory treats. Find them at AntoinetteBoulangerie.com. And I want to thank them again, as I said earlier, for providing us with every week Danishes, pastries, a full carafe of coffee, and quite good, actually. That's what we have here. That kind of thing. So, I mean, you are talented enough where you could go out right now. He can go out right now and play with any band he wants.
Yeah.
At the age of you just turned 10, right?
Yes.
When was your birthday?
February 10th.
February 10th. He was 10.
Yes.
That's a Pisces, isn't it?
I'm not even
February
sure.
10th. Maybe it's an Aquarius. I don't know. It's water. That's all I know.
Okay.
And most, from what I remember from my horoscopes, water signs are usually pretty creative and talented. So got stars working for you. What's your ultimate goal right now? And I mean, I know you're 10, and like your goal is to get out of school on Friday. Yeah. What do you want to do as you get older, playing the bass?
Be a bass teacher.
You want to be a teacher? That's very admirable. Very admirable. You going to teach your dad?
Yes.
I like the way his eyes got real big when he said that. What do you think you could teach your dad?
The notes and like hand positions.
Now you read music, right?
Yes.
You do, and you don't.
No.
And and you were telling me that you said that you felt it very important that.
Yes. When I was playing the bass, I just went off of what I was able to hear and catch it and pick it up. But when I started teaching him, I wanted more for him. And I put him in school where he actually knows and understands what he does. And the best part is him identifying with reading the music and knowing theory and the keys of certain notes. I know how to do it. I just didn't, like, I do these things, I just don't know what they are. I just play.
So it's important for you to make sure he had the theory behind it all.
Yes. To me, that's the most important part of it. It's good to be good and do all that,
Right.
Stylish stuff, but I want him to know every note, everything, the names, because stuff like that. I have you playing somewhere where somebody sit down and sheet music and you play from it. Somebody sit that down to me, I'm gonna do a Scooby-Doo.
Wow.
But I'm learning it though now from him.
From him.
Like
Do you enjoy sight reading? Well, you played a violin. You have to be able to sight read pretty much, right? So, do you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember when I was learning how to play the drums, and I hated learning how to read music. I just want to play, man, But I mean, I'm glad that I did.
Yeah.
Now, if you stuck a chart in front of me now, I'd look at you the same way, like Scooby-Doo, like Zoink Scoob. I'd be back the way you're looking at me now. But I'd probably look at it like, oh no. I'd have to read it 3 or 4 times through before I probably all came back.
Yeah.
I haven't had the sight read, God, in probably 40 years. Now, less than that, about 35 years. But still, that's good that you're learning that. Do you ever not want to practice?
No.
Who is this kid? Nash, do a Google search on this guy, will you? I want to see who this is. He's got to be like an alien or something.
You can be a fact checker.
Right? What do you do when you're not playing bass? You think about playing the bass.
Yes.
How don't I know that?
A lot of times when I'm talking to him, or he'll be standing there, like he got his bass just a lot of times.
Going with the thumb. Do you play sports or anything at all, or
No.
any kind of academic thing? You on a debate team? What I mean, it's just strictly music for you, huh?
Yeah.
Good for you.
He think he can play basketball.
Oh.
It's like I can shoot threes.
Whoa! Shoot threes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got an arc set up for
I did
threes?
one today. I did one today at school.
And?
I made it.
Went in?
Yep. On the first try.
Who is that? The guy who plays for Golden State Warriors. What's his name?
Steph Curry.
Curry? You see him shooting from the tunnel?
Yes.
That's his boy.
Oh, yeah?
That's his boy.
That's your favorite ball player?
Yep.
It's a Stephen, right? Stephen Curry?
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. Okay.
He got upset at me the other night when
Oh yeah.
the game was on. I'm a LeBron fan. And he asked me, he said, Dad, who you going with? I said, LeBron. He got upset at me because Golden State is his team.
Is that how you started liking the Warriors? Because they've been doing so well over the last... Because when I was a kid, much to my father's disappointment, I grew up watching the NFL. I grew up watching Bob Greasy, Larry Zonka, Jim Kick, Paul Warfield. I became a Dolphins fan. Dolphins are in the middle of winning Super Bowls. You know?
Yeah.
Undefeated seasons.
Marino.
Yeah. And I just stayed a Dolphins fan. My father has always been an Eagles fan because of, where we grew up.
My friend's an Eagles fan.
See? You still talk to him?
Yeah.
Okay, good. But
Who are we?
Jets.
That's right.
Jets, Jets.
We're doing bad, but I have hope.
I like the Eagles too.
Hope springs
he's so
eternal.
nice.
There can only be one champion every year, right?
I
Yeah.
also like the Jets.
Yeah.
So no matter how good or bad your team is, if you're not hoisting the trophy,
Yeah.
you're no better than the one that was 0-15.
Yeah.
so I can't even say how does he stack up against other bass players his age, because I don't even think I've ever heard of anybody interested in playing the bass at 7 when he started.
It is out there. Overseas a lot, but one of the things that really excites me with this is that they done already gave him the stamp of approval that he's the youngest, best kid bass guitar player his age in the world.
Been given that moniker.
Yeah, and I search videos. I really try to find little kids that is better than him, and I can't. And it's out. It's some kids. You just gotta surf it, but it's the stuff that he does that makes things like incredible. Like I said, his hand speed is phenomenal.
Actually, we're going to Nash. Are we ready to go to?
Whenever you're
We're
ready.
ready to go. You want to get up and play for us a little bit?
Okay.
Go on over there, get your bass, and come on out here. You're going to go to. Is it Tom or you, Nash? Who's going to have the camera? What did Matt say? One, camera one over there. All right. Hey, if you're just tuning in or clicking on, this is One More with Danny Coleman. I'm Danny Coleman, and oh no. You, Tom? Okay, good. I'm looking over there. Listen, I am Danny Coleman. This is One More Danny Coleman. My guest tonight is Lil Asmar, bass prodigy. He's been named, what was the official title, though?
The baddest kid. The baddest third grade bass guitar player around the globe.
Baddest third grade bass guitarist around the globe. And he's just, well, I'm not even going to, I can't even describe the things that you're about to see come out of this guy. So, you know what? What are you going to do for us?
Original.
You going to do one of your original tunes for us? Fantastic. Lil Asmar. Go ahead, buddy. Beautiful. That's the new one?
Yeah.
What's that one called?
I play for you.
I Play For You by Lil Asmar. Very good. That's right. You know what? While he's sitting there, should we let him do another one, Matt? Right there? There you go. Go ahead. Nice. I like how he stuck those triplet runs in there too, man. That's fantastic. Ed, put your bass down. Come on back and talk to us. We're gonna talk a little bit more, and you're gonna get up and join him eventually, right? Tonight. Yeah, we'll have to do that in the second break. What do you think of that, Tom?
Looking at here.
Okay. What did you think of that?
I don't know. What do you think?
That's phenomenal. What do you mean? You don't know? Do you not know music? You're starting to scare me.
What?
Okay, never mind. That answers that. Both of those are original tunes, right?
Yes.
Yes. How do you write your music? What do you do? You sit down and say.
Yes.
How's it come to you? Is it something that you hear your dad doing and you build off it, or is it just
Matching notes.
a melody that pops into your head?
Like matching notes.
Yeah, you start matching them up.
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night with an idea? I know a lot of songwriters that happens to. They keep a notepad next to their bed or their iPhone so they can hum a melody or a note or something into it. Does that ever happen to you?
Not really.
No? You just wake up in the morning and go?
Yeah.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Grab the bass?
Well, if it's school, I'll go to school first, and then I'll come home, and then after I do my homework, I'll practice.
How often do you practice?
3 to
how
2
long?
hours.
2 hours?
Yes.
Every day? Good for you. I never had that kind of discipline when I was 10.
Yeah.
You know?
I explained to him that you'll get better and better the more you practice. Practice makes perfect. A lot of bass players that we talk to, they'll tell them, keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. You know, that's like the main key.
Sure. I mean, you have to. But as a parent now, as his father, how do you walk that fine line? I mean, because he's got. I mean, look, Bass Player magazine. He's on the cover. You know, school, practicing. Stevie Wonder, Harry Connick Jr., News 12, Fox Morning Show.
It's a lot.
How do you keep that balance between school, music, home life, and ego? Because he's really grounded, you know?
Good structure in the house.
Okay.
Like me, you know, my friends, when they see me play, they brag on me more than I do. To me, I'm just an average bass player. That's it. But other people, when I play, oh, you good, and and that's how I raise him. Like, he know he's good, but
He's humble.
Yes, be very humble with it. Show it on the bass. You don't even have to verbally say it. Just let the bass speak for you. You know, and a good musician is always humble.
Yeah,
Always humble.
I find that the ones who brag the most are the ones that are usually either total jerks or they're just not as good as they claim to be.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually kind of going through that right now with somebody where they're claiming to be a lot more than they actually are, and you know, it's, what are you thinking of Pretenders?
I don't know.
No. You ever have anybody challenge you at school? Say, I can play as good as you, Lil Asmar.
Nope.
No? Smart school.
They want me to teach them.
Do they? What do you say?
Yes.
Perfect. It's good.
We went for an interview last week at Lake House,
Okay.
and they gave us a tour. We seen all the other kids, the recording studios, everything.
Yeah, he's got the whole works over there. Rehearsal studios.
Yes, when he went to play, they went and got just about everybody that was in their program to come in that one little room
Oh yeah.
to watch him. They couldn't believe it. Even other kids, they was telling other members, "Hey,
Yeah, they do a School of Rock type thing out of there. Right?
yeah," and all of them want him. They say, "He's our bass player. He's our bass player."
I was like, whoa.
How does that make you feel to be wanted? It feels good, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's where that humility comes in, that humbleness. You have to appreciate that as opposed to abuse that. Right? That's a good way to say
Yeah.
it.
One of the most touching things for me was we was down on Asbury Park, and this woman came up and she had her kids with her, and when she noticed that it was him, she started crying, and she just was like, I can't even believe that this is him. I just seen him on television, and next thing she wanted her kids to take pictures with him. You know, I did it because I like stuff like that, but it was just so touching that, wow, like, he don't even understand it. Like, he got people crying now.
A little celebrity. That's
And
great.
it just touched me.
That's a power. It has to be used wisely. Wisely.
Yeah.
You know? Otherwise, people... That's a story for another time, but... yeah. That's good. Good for you. Good for you. Tell me about the Harry Connick show, how that all came about.
Great.
It was great.
Yes.
Now, they took an orchestra or...
Yeah, they actually they were doing a show for kids. They did one a couple months beforehand, but it didn't turn out how, they wanted it to, so they waited a couple months, did it again. But this time they got the best of the kids from around the country. It just is supposed to be 5. And the producer, she had told me, someone sent her a video of Lil Asmar, and she said she watched this thing 3 times, back to back to back to back. She said she couldn't even believe what she was seeing. She said in the midst of that, Harry was walking by. She grabbed him by the wrist and said, "Would you look at this?" When Harry seen it, he said, "He's in. You guys still got to come up with another 5." So I was like, wow.
So you got to go on the Harry Connick Jr. show. How is Harry?
Awesome.
Yeah, nice guy.
Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Did Harry jam with you guys or no?
Yes.
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 Sat down at the keyboards and played a little. What song did you play with Harry? Do you remember?
Eve. The song was called Eve.
Eve.
Yes.
Nice. Now you got the charts ahead of time, right?
Yeah. Yes. And even it's funny because when they sent the sheet music to him, I didn't know nothing about this.
Oh yeah.
I said, Asmar, do you know this? He said, yeah. When we went that Monday, he already had it. But after the show, he came home and he kept playing this song. And I kept listening to the song. He kept the original notes, but he added so much stuff that I had to make a video. And I sent it to them. So we're going back on it again.
Oh, you're going back again?
Yeah, we're just waiting until they start their new season up and to see where it's gonna go in it.
Right.
But he just takes things and
Now, did the other bass player hear that?
yes,
The guy that wrote it, right?
Yes. Actually, it was funny because his school had a skating trip and we're about to walk into the skating ring and Neil Kane, that's Harry's bass player, he calls me and he was like, I can't even believe that what he did to the song, I would have never ever thought of doing it, and I'm the person that wrote this.
He wrote it.
Yeah, and
You embellished it. Beautiful.
he said he did it better than he did, and he put some things in there that like wow. Yeah.
Nice. Well, you know what? I also noticed that we put some things into ourselves, courtesy of Mr. Pizza Slice. That's right. How's that for a segue, Nash?
Great segue.
That's right. We had a margarita pie out there. Mr. Pizza Slice, a Red Bank institution with a new vibe. For over 45 years, Steve has operated Mr. Pizza Slice on Monmouth Street in Red Bank. The new owners have 100% kept the original pizza, called Steve's Original Pie, as well as the signature Italian hot dog and French fries that accompany anybody who can go in there. And new additions include pizza with various toppings that can be ordered by the slice, hot and cold sandwiches, and smaller appetizer dishes. They've kept a lot of Steve's feeling there, and the classic video game machines and added delivery services, longer hours, and new Sunday hours. Mr. Pizza Slice, right here on Monmouth Street in Red Bank, New Jersey. And I want to thank them for providing the pregame meal, so to speak, out there.
Oh, that's some good pizza.
That's who brought the pizza.
Very good pizza.
Mr. Pizza Slice.
Thumbs up.
There
Pizza
you go.
delicious.
All right.
Shout out to the Beehive too.
They want to let him play a little more? Maybe? We'll let him play. We'll let him play a little more.
Okay.
What do you think? We'll let him play a little more. Go ahead. You can go out there and pick up your bass, and I'll talk to your dad. We'll talk about how do you know, that is just phenomenal that he practices 2 hours a day. How's his schoolwork?
Good.
Good. Keeps his
Actually,
grades up.
Yes. To be honest with you, since he's been playing the bass, everything in school went up. He was
Focus.
struggling
Yeah.
in the very beginning of school, but the bass increased. His reading, his memory, his math, everything just went straight up. Like he's
great.
doing excellent.
They say that music, if people who play instruments have no trouble in other areas of life, So we got a nasty hum there coming out of that thing. Can you hear that? Yeah. Okay. That's not always.
Nothing we can do about it. It's just
What? Where is the audio technical guy? Oh, that's your. All right, fine. All right, now I'm going to give you. What are you going to do for us?
The Harry Connick song.
Oh, the song from Harry Eve.
Yes.
Okay, now is this the real version or your version?
Both. I'm gonna play the regular version and then I'm gonna do my way.
All right, there you go. All right, Lil Asmar. Very nice. That's right. Oh, gosh. Lil Asmar. Now, how far in advance did he get that music? I mean, did the charts come in like Friday and the show was Monday? Would they give him a couple weeks?
Nah, it came
gave him a couple days.
Actually, it came Thursday night. I think we started working on it Friday, though. He started that Monday when we had to be there. He already had it. Actually, he had it maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes after they sent it
After
to him.
after you opened it up? Now, they had, obviously, Asmar on bass. And how old were the kids? Were they all around his age?
Yeah, even
9,
younger.
8, 9, 10? Oh, really?
Even young, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Who was younger?
The drummer.
The drummer. Okay.
I believe he was the youngest. No, he was 8 at the time. He just turned 9.
Oh, he did?
Okay. So it was all 8 to like 11-year-olds?
13.
Oh, up to 13?
Oh, no,
wow.
my bad. No. The saxophone girl, she was 17.
Oh, okay.
So it ranged from 8 all the way up to 17.
To 17.
Yeah.
Wow. Must have been a lot of fun, huh? Yeah. You know what? Why don't you do one more, and then we'll have you come back, and then we'll get steaming towards the end of the program here, where you two can get up and jam a little bit. We'll see. We'll have a little bass off with that. How's that?
Okay.
You,
Let's go first.
you want to go first?
Yes.
Oh, he's going for the heart, big guy. All right. Well, what do you want to do for us now?
Another original.
Okay, which is called Asmar.
Thump It.
Thump It. There you go. All right. And you write this all yourself, right? That's fantastic, Nash. Fantastic. All right, how about that bass he's got now? What is was that custom made for him, or
It's
he has endorsements, right?
yes. DR strings,
Okay.
Harkey amps, hi-fi audio, Sandmatch Music Store. Right now we got 2 pending things right now. Schecter bass is one. Actually 3. Daisy bass guitars, that's the second one. And the third one is we've been talking with Cunningham Basses.
Okay.
And they're over in Australia. So, it's just the thing of sitting down, thinking it out, what should be a good bass to go with far as, endorsing him.
Right. What's your favorite bass to play besides that one?
I really like that one. Well, I I'll go on my other Ibanez.
Okay. Ibanez. Now, what kind do you play?
All these basses are his.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I can point to
Yeah,
one.
all these is his.
All right, which one's your favorite? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Is it the one you're in the big picture with, or is it a different one?
No, a different one.
Okay. Let's see. Which one's your favorite?
That one, my son's.
Oh, that one with the.
Yes.
That's not a starburst finish. That's a, what is that? What kind of finish is that called?
Show it.
So, you want to see it?
Yeah,
Can you see it? All right. That's his favorite, right there on the end, Nash. Or I going to you, Tommy? Which one?
On me.
Okay. You got that right there? All right.
You good?
It's kind of small. I wasn't sure. What? Over there. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 bass guitars. What's that awards you're sitting in front of in that picture?
The award from when I played from the when I went to the
New Brunswick School, Livingston
that's
School.
Okay.
He did a performance, and we didn't even know that they was going to even do that. They gave him an award at the end for it. I started crying and everything on camera, like
oh my.
I couldn't believe it. It was like a shocker. And the trophy that he had got, he was in one of the largest parades in Jersey. South Plainfield hosts it every year,
Okay.
and they had so many different bands, that took part of this, and he won for best band, and he was by himself.
You're the solo artist,
Yes, and they had full bands,
right?
but he won that trophy. It's in our house now. They awarded him on red carpet for best band, and he did it by himself.
That's really cool. How's that make you feel when you win awards like that?
It was great.
Yeah, it feels good, huh? We see him winning a Grammy Award.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Could be as early as next year.
It's coming. We're working on his EP now.
Okay, where are you recording it? At home?
No, actually 2 different places.
Okay.
One is with the guy Jerry Tompkins.
Okay.
And Impact.
Impact Sound Studio?
It's our church, but
Okay.
they have a full everything, and when it comes to him, they're like behind him 100%. He's actually, in all honesty, he's in like 3 different types of bass learning things. Home with me and him, we go through this every day for about an hour. That's just what I do with him.
Okay.
After that, he still have an hour or 2 that he does. Thursdays, he goes to Impact with Wendell Crawford for a lesson. And then on Friday, he goes to a whole different person for another lesson, and that's Jerry Tompkins. So
Okay.
it's like...
So he's learning various styles
Yes,
and how to read music.
yes.
Now, you did or did not meet Victor Wooten? You did meet Victor
Yes,
Wooten, right?
yes,
And where was it, Sam Ash?
Yes, and he was doing a clinic show in New York, and Larry Harkey had they wanted us to come. It was already kind of set up already, but we didn't know that Victor was going to take him on the stage with him. He took him on the stage with him for about 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. So what makes you like Victor Wooten so much, other than the fact he pulled you up on stage for 2 hours?
How he plays. I like
Yeah.
when he does like all those like octaves and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I noticed you leaning towards that way in some of your originals too. A little bit of. I kept expecting to hear some harmonics come out of him there.
He got some things.
Very nice. So we don't have websites, right? Just yet. We have social media. What do we
I
have?
have a website.
Okay, what's the website?
The website is www.lilasmar.com.
All right, my apologies. I thought when you're on the radio show. That was just social media as far as like Facebook type of thing. All right, what is it? Give it. All right, lilasmar.com.
Yeah, lilasmar.com. Lil to Asmar on YouTube, or Lil Asmar, which is LILASMAR. Facebook is Lil Asmar. Instagram is Asmar Divine.
I knew there was one. Okay.
Yeah, Twitter, it's Asmar Divine. What I had to do was, because you can't get pages for kids because there's a age thing.
Right.
So what I did was I ran everything off of him from me, being that we have the same name, and I was able to put in Lil Asmar too. So he basically took over my Facebook, everything, all my social. He took over. Like I can't even have stuff in my phone because I got so much footage and videos of him. So I'm always running out of storage.
Need more storage.
Yeah.
You need a good SIM card that you can download right to the computer.
I got one in there. It's filled up.
That's a proud papa right there. You know that, don't you?
Yep.
See what you kids do to us? Make us all proud. Make us cry in front of the judges and stuff. Right?
Yeah, I broke down to the Stone Pony too.
Oh,
yeah.
at the pony?
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
That was hilarious. Wow, what was so funny about it?
He was crying everywhere, walking around like and stuff. It was just weird.
He'll understand one day.
Yeah. This is the very first time he was at the pony. He was at the pony 3 times, but the very first time, that's history. Stone Pony's it's big, and the fact that he was there, he's not even scared. He started out on the stage, and it just, once he got done, the love from the people, it got to me, and I couldn't even talk on the mic. I had to apologize to everybody.
It's okay. Nothing wrong with that, big guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. It's,
Big guy.
To see your
my mini me.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's playing bass because of you.
Yeah.
And you got to go with that. You got to like it. Yeah, but it's also a dad thing, a parent thing. My daughter danced from the time she was 4 until the time she was 18. Once she got out of high school, went to college, that was it. She gave it up. So for those years, I went to these dance recitals where I'd take 3 hours of my life that I'll never get back to see my daughter dance for about 6 minutes. And all these years I was like, when's this going to be over? When's this going to be over? And then that last year was there. And when I saw her in her last dance, that stuff tugs at the heartstrings. Now she's not a little girl anymore. She's not that 4-year-old kicking her legs at the end of the stage. Now she's, this young woman going off to college, and it hit you.
Yeah.
My son too. When I see him, he's running in a triathlon.
Wow.
In Syracuse. I got to drive to Syracuse next weekend.
Wow.
This is a kid I couldn't get the mail out of the mailbox, and the mailbox hung on our front door. Yeah. And now he's running triathlons.
Wow.
So, as a parent, you become proud of your children. Let them have it. All right. Well, you know what? Why don't you go get your bass, and you go get your bass, because we're going to wrap up the show.
Okay.
And you guys are going to give us a couple tunes.
And I want to give a shout out to the Beehive.
The Beehive.
Yep.
Go ahead. Who's the Beehive?
My from my school.
Is that what you got? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nice. Well, you go right ahead. Look into which camera can he look into? Give a shout out to the Beehive. So, all right. I'm going to come over here. And now that we've got ad copy back, and I'm going to talk about Monmouth Music. Established in 1987, Monmouth Music is located right here in the center of historic Red Bank, New Jersey. It's voted the 3rd best town in the United States by Smithsonian Magazine. Located within walking distance of the famed Count Basie Theater, Red Bank train station, and many of Red Bank's finest eateries. Monmouth Music continues the tradition of being a destination store for all levels of musician, both beginner through professional. Mario Di Bartolo, a lifelong musician, offers a wide selection of brand name instruments at everyday low prices, both new and used, with personal, professional, and expert service only a family-owned and operated store can provide. Does the neck on your guitar or banjo need repairing? Do the valves on your saxophone need to be refitted? Regardless of what day it is, bring your instrument to Monmouth Music for quality repairs. You'll enjoy prompt service from a team of repairmen who are always available. We have Bob Pinto's Guitar Hospital in the back and BP Electronics Amplifier Services here. And again, I want to thank Mario for allowing us to invade his store every Monday, 8 o'clock right here on the Carousel Arts YouTube channel. One More with Danny Coleman. And if there is anything you want to see, dcoleman.dreiss@gmail.com or dreissproductions@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can do about getting it on here for you. But right now, we have the dueling Asmars. Now, what do you guys... Let's do a little bass off. You want to go first, right? Yeah. Oh, we're going to throw you right into the fire. The Asmars.
I can go?
Go ahead. So what are we saying? Round one goes to the little guy if he thinks you messed up 2 times, or what?
Yes, I
won. Game over. You guys are watching the Asmars, Big and Lil. I'll let you figure out which one's which. You have one more in your arsenal there? In the bass off? Sure.
My song, and you follow it?
What? What? You come up.
There you go. The Asmars.
I won?
You're the winner. That's it. Lil Asmar, Big Asmar, July 21st.
Yes.
American Spirits Roadhouse opening up for the Making Waves 30th anniversary concert series. And that's in Asbury, New Jersey. Not Asbury Park, but Asbury, New Jersey. It's on Route 73, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Or Route 730, 136. It's somewhere up
Yeah.
there. I don't have the copy in front of me, but that's all part of the Bob Macon concert series. Again, websites real quick.
www.lilasmar.com, YouTube Little Asmar, or Lil Asmar, LILASMAR, Facebook Asmar B Divine Parkside /Lil Asmar, Instagram Asmar Divine /Lil Asmar, and Twitter Asmar Divine.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Keep up the good work, my man. Let us know when you're going to be back on Harry Connick.
Okay.
And then look for him tomorrow, maybe?
Yes, well, he's gonna be on WRSU tomorrow.
Okay.
As well with
with Muchamada, huh?
Yes,
Tomorrow night.
yes,
Yes.
tomorrow
My
night.
friend Trish.
yes.
Good.
And then we got Fox Morning Show Wednesday.
In Philly.
Yes.
Out
in
of Philadelphia.
Philly.
There you go.
Fox 29.
I need his agent, Nash.
Yeah.
Tell him. All right. Tom, Nash, Matt, Mike, Mario, Karen's out there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Who's on next week, Matt?
Frank Letary.
Who?
Frank Letary.
Frank Letary.
Terry.
Frank Letary is on next week. So,
Oh, we got one more shout out
go ahead.
to Danny.
Oh.
Yeah. Best guy. Best guy.
Hey, thank you,
I
sir.
hit the like button on him. Just the like
Did
button.
you? That's the like button. Gave me
Yeah,
the
that's
thumbs
like
up.
button. Thumbs up. Yeah.
So thank you. You guys are fantastic guests. You've been nothing but gracious both times you've been on my program. Good luck to you, my friend. And I'll be seeing you again in the future. I have that feeling. Know what I mean? So tune in next week when we bring you one more of Who Knows. Good night.